Big scandal out of the Trump administration. You had leaked information to a journalist from the Atlantic named Goldberg out of a conversation that was occurring between Pete Hegseth, Waltz, who's the national security advisor, J.D. Vance, and some others regarding the attack that would see in Iran versus Houthi terrorist ships. Now, a couple things to say about this. One, J.D. Vance is a boss. Stick to your guns. I understand you're working with an administration that's not your own, and you're going to have to bow down to their wishes, but I do like the fact that his impulse is to push back against strikes and actually try to pursue a more diplomatic approach. So kudos to him on that, and that's why I think Vance is going to be one of the best politicians in my lifetime. As far as the story itself goes, a bunch of questions asked. One, was there classified information shared? We don't know that. We have Goldberg's word that there was, but he's lied about hoax after hoax after hoax, so we're unsure. Let's, for the sake of argument, say there was, or there wasn't. I guess it doesn't matter for this next argument. Why are we having these sorts of work conversations on something like Signal in the first place? Apparently, they're now saying that these were preloaded onto their governmental devices and that the Biden administration authorized using Signal for work business. Now, does that go up to classified business or else? I don't know. But if this was something that was basically the norm, then I don't really see the problem with that unless there was classified information. At this point, we don't see evidence that there was classified, and even if there was, it's not the biggest story in the world. It's not as bad as Hillary Clinton, who the Democrats said they were fine with, who had a server for months and months where she had this classified information. And then it wasn't just going to randos like journalists, it was going to people like Anthony Weiner, who was using those same devices he was receiving these emails on, some of which were classified. His device was also sending photos of his anatomy to women, if we could just put that politely. The big story is, how did Goldberg get on this in the first place? And this is a huge screw-up. If someone, whether it be a cabinet person like Pete Hegseth or Waltz, it's apparently Waltz that they're saying it come from him, or one of his assistants, added Goldberg, one, why are they talking to an anti-Trump journalist like Goldberg? And second, how did they make this mistake of getting them on there? Whoever's responsible, whether it be Waltz, Hegseth, etc., should be fired, but they won't. That is recklessness. Our enemies could be on there, and actually Goldberg is an enemy of this current administration. Why are you talking to Goldberg in the first place like this? So that is a fireable offense, and it illustrates a problem with the Trump administration from the first administration, where they continue to talk to mainstream media people over and over and over, despite correctly outlining them as an enemy of the administration. These are propagandists, not journalists. Stop talking to them. And so I hope that this is cleared up, though I'm skeptical that it will be. Probably a slap on the wrist. It's not the scandal that Democrats are suggesting. And hey, if things get subpoenaed, they could just delete them like Hillary did, and Democrats and the FBI will be cool with that. Right, Democrats?